Today I'm Michael Dion and I'm with WWDoT Computers today to talk to you about updating your Windows 10 machine. Or maybe it's a Windows 7 machine and you need to update that because hopefully no one's still running Vista. Now let's start with this. Back on January 14th, 2020, the day that Windows 7 was laid to rest. I know it's sad, especially for Nate, who loves Windows 7 oh so much. And it was the savior of Windows Vista, which is evil. Now, when I say that Windows 7 was laid to rest, what I mean is that there's going to be no more security updates for it. Now, what this means is that the developers of Windows 7 aren't going to be keeping it up to date and protected, which means that the hackers, the people that have viruses that they put out onto the internet and target your computer, are going to be keeping their stuff up to date when your security on Windows 7 isn't going to be kept up to date. So, it would be good for you to update to Windows 10. And that's what we're going to talk about now. Now, thankfully, Windows has decided to put all of these updates out onto the internet for free. It used to cost you money to update your computer, especially the software, and now it's not that way anymore. So, there's really no reason to hold back on updating your computer. It typically improves the speed, the security, the capability, and the software of your computer. So, really, update. Go ahead and pause the video now and just start updating, and then you can watch the rest of the video. I'll wait. It's okay. And now that you're back from updating your computer, an underlying reason to update, and it was smart of you to start, other than what we've discussed, is that new technology comes out and Windows 10 will advance along these technologies. So keeping your software up to date will increase the speed of your computer and what it's running. Speaking of speed, because of some of the advances that Windows 10 has made, it is faster, or comparable at least, to most Mac OS laptops and computers when it comes to startup. You don't have to just sit there and watch the glowing window icon anymore because the computer's already booted. And you can thank the developers for this, who have brought us closer to the metal in DirectX. And DirectX is a 3D engine that games and immersive programs use to run. It helps your computer run faster. Next, let's talk about the Start menu. Now, it's a tile-based icon so that if you have a touchscreen, it's literally at your fingertips. Not to mention that it's also useful with a mouse. Now, if you have Windows 7, you don't have access to the App Store. The App Store allows you to find useful apps for your Windows machine. You can find apps that are big or small. These are all based on what your needs are. You need to store photos? Great, there's an app for that. Videos, music, maps, well, there you go. Apps for all those too. The App Store is not only for apps though. You can also find TVs, shows, movies, lots of stuff in the App Store. Games. The Action Center is our next stop. Just like your mobile phone, Windows 10 has a notification app that is known as their Action Center. It will give you messages and updates on news, maybe your email, or Facebook, or Instagram, or really anything that's going on in your computer. For Apple lovers, you would be familiar with the Notification Center. It's basically the same thing. If you don't want to be bothered, you can silence this so that there aren't tons of notifications going on. You could also filter out some of the programs so that you don't have to get any notifications about them. This is all done from the Focused Assistant. Now let's talk about the security in Windows 10. Now, one of the features that Windows 10 inherited from Windows 8, which is yucky and about as bad as Windows Vista, is the security boot feature. This requires any code that is run when Windows starts, it must be signed by Microsoft. So some features include Windows Hello, Device Guard, Microsoft Passport. Most recently, Microsoft added ransomware protection built in to its OS. However, you can also pay for some of these, and it's really up to you whether or not you want to do that, but ransomware is bad. However, you might want to pay for one also, and since ransomware is bad, you might want to talk to us about SentinelOne, which is what we choose to load our clients up when it comes to security. And there's also a webisode on security. You can see that in the link below. The virtual desktop and timeline features are finally catching up to macOS Mission Control as well. This feature reveals your timeline, multiple desktops, and you can also set up how you want that to look. The game bar is great for features in Windows 10 as well. You can access it by pressing the Windows key and G at the same time. This tool allows desktop recording, snapshots, and the ability to broadcast your gaming sessions. Another great feature that has been amped up is the clipboard. I know it might not really sound all that exciting, but believe me, it's helpful. You can copy and cut, you can paste whenever you need. The amped up features is clipboard history. So, if you copied something and then went roaming on the internet and copied something else and then pasted and it was the wrong thing, you don't have to go find what you just copied. You can go back to your history and guess what? It's there. This also allows pasting from multiple devices. You can allow them to roam to other devices. You can even pin items to the clipboard that you use often. Very convenient. And smartphones tie in a great feature too. The new smartphone app allows you to easily sync up items and pictures to your desktop and your mobile phone. You can also use the Continue on PC feature on the app and send web pages and documents to and from your phone. Now, Android users will get the most out of this because of the messages for web features, and soon video calling as well. Voice typing can be handy too. You hit your Windows key and H together and you get PC typing. Dark and light modes are a blessing. Nate uses dark mode all the time because dark mode saves on battery life. Settings, personalizations, colors. That's how you do that. Under Choose Your Color, you have the option of dark and light mode. The last and one of the coolest features is the nearby sharing. And this actually slips by most users. This feature is like Apple's AirDrop, and it allows you to send photos and documents over Bluetooth. No internet required. Well, that wraps up reasons to upgrade to Windows 10. If you have any questions on how to do these tasks, feel free to reach out and contact us. Check the link in the description below. And as always, stay safe out there.